Hey guys, welcome to June 3rd of this little mini series. My mini cut starts tomorrow, which marks 4 months since ending my reverse diet. So today I am starting off with my typical breakfast, which will be a couple of whole eggs and some extra egg whites for extra protein. I have loved making them in this little waffle maker that I bought at Target. Before I bought that waffle maker, I was actually struggling with making eggs in the skillet. And to be honest, I was struggling after too because I had that waffle maker for a really long time and I just never thought to put the eggs in there. But it's so cute. It is great for putting eggs on a sandwich or making eggs for a sandwich or for like an English muffin. It's just easier, it's cleaner, and I feel like it just works for me and it's faster. But now I'm prepping my favorite part of breakfast, which are the grits. I use corn grits. I don't use cream of rice. I don't use cream of wheat. I don't use malto something, whatever it's called. I grew up on corn grits. I love corn grits. They're my favorite. I am eyeballing those, by the way, because my scale broke. So I know for a fact now that was over 40 grams. So that's okay. But I added water, as you could see, because adding the water and putting it back into the microwave adds a lot of volume. So it's really nice and fills me up a little bit more than if I just make it the way that it is. And I'm topping my eggs with the typical pink salt, the everything but the bagel seasoning, and some crushed red pepper. I just use the typical seasoning for my breakfast every single day.
It's good. This is one of our more liked places for breakfast.
Okay, so later that day, I was on my way to a Target near my sister's house to pick up a food scale that had better reviews than the one that I had intended to buy. And I ended up meeting her at the West Dallas Cheese Shop, and it was so cute in there. I had never been there before, but it's actually a really popular place in West Dallas. So if you live in the area or if you are ever in West Dallas, Wisconsin to visit, I highly suggest going there and getting all of your charcuterie board needs. This had a wide variety of cheeses and Bloody Mary mixes, as you can see. Of course, just like a chart full of Wisconsin cheeses. We love our cheese here, so that was, meant to be there. And just, it's a really great guide too if you don't know what you're looking for. Some candles, and then these are my favorite pretzel thins. The Snack Factory has the best pretzel thins, and they also have multiple flavors, but the buffalo, which I have not been able to find in a long time. If you find the buffalo, those are the best kind. Summer sausage, some Wisconsin-made popcorn. Personally, my favorite popcorn made in Wisconsin is Paulo's. It's delicious, and I'm addicted to their movie theater popcorn. If you remember from one of my past videos, I was hooked on that during the reverse, and it was so hard to break that habit. And then also a lot of Bloody Mary garnishes, as you can see. They've got peach salsa, they have pickled asparagus, and just a ton of other pickled items down below here. Pickled okra, which, by the way, if you've never had okra, you are missing out. Okra's so good. Fried okra is delicious. And then also, they have a deli and a cafe, and my sister bought me this Italian sandwich. I've definitely had better, but it was okay. Good morning. It is June 4th, and as you saw, my weight is at 152.4. I'm also 6 days away from my period, so I don't know if it's going to continue to rise or drop during this mini cut, but yesterday it was 152.6, and I had a lot of carbs. I think I had like 4 mini Rice Krispies treats and handfuls of peanut M&Ms before bed. So yeah, I was just trying to get all of my cravings out of the way before I started this mini cut today. I am very anxious about it, and I honestly had a hard time sleeping last night, not just because I kept getting up to pee, but because my dreams are so vivid and I don't get too often a break from my brain and my waking reality, like my sleep reality and my waking reality. I was in a deficit in my dream, so it was just like non-stop, and I just kept waking up and telling myself that I had to pee. So yeah, I probably got up about like 3 times. It was raining last night and I was very hot and cold, so when I did get up, I was turning off the air, or I was turning it on. I was turning up the air, I was turning it on, I was opening the window, I was closing the window. Like, it was just like I wasn't comfortable and I couldn't figure out how to be comfortable. So that's one of my main focuses for the month too, is just finding or creating like a space to get some quality sleep. I need to have really great 7 to 8 hour sleeps a night so that I can like rest and my body can do what it needs to do in terms of repair and flushing out sodium and flushing out water and digestion. So yeah, it's 4:28. I need to get some water. I am not going to take my glutamine right now because I'm going into the gym and hopefully getting my Inbody scan for this week. I haven't gotten that in 2 weeks, and since it is day 1, I want to make sure that I get that done. So even though I weighed myself this morning in my bathroom, I've also noticed that weighing myself on the Inbody scan gives me a different number, and I like to see the difference between the two. The last time I weighed myself, I was higher without clothing on my Renpo Amazon scale, and I was lower on the Inbody scale. And because I use the Inbody scale more consistently in terms of accuracy, I just like to go off of that. Plus, it measures your body fat, your muscle, all of that stuff. Not everything is going to be super accurate and exactly to your body, like exactly what you are, which is great to use different kinds of measurements and tools for progress. My last energy drink during this cut phase, and this is the best one. This is how the rest of my morning is starting, I guess. This is my first shipment of Evogen, so I'm really excited to try their products. And since they were having a Memorial Day sale, I definitely made sure to get all of the products that I was eyeing up during that time. So here's like a little 15% off coupon for my next one. A towel that was free with my order. A shaker bottle. I definitely needed a larger shaker bottle, so this was great. And this was also free, which is really nice. Free creatine that came with the order as well. The order is not that big, so it was really nice to get all of these free items and products. But the creatine, the towel, and the shaker bottle were all free. I also checked their Instagram, and it doesn't look like they do sales very often, which is why I jumped on this Memorial Day sale. It was like up to 60% off depending on the product. These were not off that much, but it was still a really good thing to buy these during these times. So I did get the Carnigen for the L-carnitine benefits. I really needed to buy more, and so I decided to go with this brand instead of just getting my normal pills as I usually do. This is way larger than I thought it would be. I actually thought, so I got the Cell Chem amino acids. I thought this would be the size of the Carnigen bottle or container, and I thought that the Carnigen would be this size almost, but this is a lot. I'm actually gonna take some of this right now because I just finished cardio. And then I also got a ton of supplements to help during this mini cut and also just with my prep in general. So I did get enzymes for my digestive system to help break down the proteins, the carbs, and all the fats. Lately, I have been having trouble breaking down protein, and so it's not really something that you want to go through when you're trying to build muscle, but I still see that my body is building muscle pretty well. I also got some Light and Tight. I just want to see what this product does, and I want to see the difference from day 1 to day 14. So this is kind of more on the experimental side of why I got the Light and Tight 14-day digestive cleanse and detox. Multivitamins, yes, the Evogen EvoVite multivitamin. I have never taken a multivitamin supplement in my life, and so I'm looking forward to taking this and seeing if I feel any different, have any changes. Right now, my biggest issue on the daily, specifically when I don't have to go into work, is not taking a nap in the middle of the night, not taking a nap right after, in the middle of the night. I honestly don't sleep that well either, but not taking a nap right after breakfast, very, very hard for me to just keep going and keep pushing. And yeah, no, I think I took a 2-hour nap today unintentionally after waking up late and getting to the gym about 2 hours later as well. So I guess my body has just really needed the rest, and so I'm gonna listen to it because I have time this month for specific reasons, but it's been nice to get some extra Z's in, some extra sleeps. And then lastly, I did get the Liposide Extreme to help with fat burning. So I did get this in the 60 caps, and I believe that is a 2-month supply. I'm very excited to try this. I'm super excited. I tried the last time, so like between August, September, October, I believe, or August, September, October of last year, I tried Core Nutritional, and I really liked it. I bought their Core, I bought their 5AT, the Sear and the Hard, and I saw results like immediately. This is while I was in a cut, and I think that a lot of my progress came from those products, to be honest with you. So once I ran out, I never rebought them, but I do want to rebuy those again because I actually think that they made a huge difference in how fast my results came in and like how fast my body adapted and changed. And thankfully it kept my body from adapting to cardio and adapting to the calories, but it just it was a great help, like a great boost. So that is my Evogen unboxing. I'm gonna take some of this Cell Chem that everyone loves so much. Oh, and it has creatine, which is really nice. Lots of extra. That's also something that I noticed about these products from Evogen, is that they have a lot of the products have a lot of overlap, which is really nice. And I feel like I'm getting extra benefits just from that alone. And it makes me feel like, you know, I don't have to take multiple things at once, multiple supplements at once. This scoop is huge. Let's see. So the serving size is 1 scoop. And I just went to Starbucks for water recently today, so. I have to get an even, super even scoop here. Perfect. It smells so good. This is something you have to shake. The L-carnitine must be pretty potent, because with the L-carnitine I took before from Natural Factors, I had to take 3 pills a day. And with the Carnigen, I only have to take 1 scoop a day. And the scoops are pretty tiny. It's day 2, technically, of my mini cut. I started yesterday on the 4th. It is now the 5th. So you're getting 3 days in this video. It's not gonna reflect on my channel, but there's 3 days in this video. So I have been vlogging every day. It's just been a little exhausting. I don't know how people can vlog every single day, honestly. It's so tiring, and I'm already always tired without talking to people or to a camera, so those are my thoughts on it. Yesterday I did an Inbody scan result, and I was up by like 0.5% in body fat. I was up by like 1 pound of body weight, I believe, and my lean muscle mass was up by 0.3%. All of that in 2 weeks. Doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm gonna put these results up for you on the screen here. First, I was like a little irritated with those results. But then after a few seconds of remembering what my overall goal is and remembering what phase of my menstrual cycle I'm in, I realized that 1, this is why I use multiple body fat metrics. This is why I don't just use my bathroom scale, but I also use the Inbody. And this is why it's good to take progress photos. I take daily progress photos for the most part. And this is why it's good to measure your waist or feel like, do you feel different in your clothing? Are they tighter? Are they looser? Is what you're feeling about your progress, about your eating habits, about your training, about your energy, is what you're feeling about your skin. Is it clearing up? Is it looking better? Is your water intake on point? Is what you're feeling and what you're doing on a daily basis reflecting on the scale? Is it reflecting in your clothing? So it's really important to have multiple ways to track your progress and not just go off of a scale, because your body changes every single day. you are constantly changing, even within the day itself. I don't know about you guys, but I am a snacker. So I am eating my meal and then I'm like hungry an hour or less later. And I'm having like a little nibble of something here, a little nibble of something there. So in a way, I am surprised by those results. And in a way, I'm also not surprised by those results, just because I know for myself that I'm a nibbler, I'm a snacker. And like I said, I had handfuls of peanut M&Ms the night before. They were so good, they were worth it. And then I took them into work because I couldn't stand the sight of them anymore. I could, but I had to contain myself. You guys, also something that I did not mention, I feel like I haven't really mentioned how I'm going to go through this mini cut process. I've been trying to do as much research as possible. I feel like I've been getting different information about cardio, but I am going to do an aggressive mini cut. This is for a very short time. It's 4 weeks. 4 weeks, and at the end of these 4 weeks, I'm technically going into a reverse diet again, so that I don't have to, so that I'm not gaining everything back, so that I'm maintaining lean muscle mass and like sustain the physical results a lot better than if I just went straight into a maintenance diet. So that I think will be the best option for me as far as cardio, because I hold more fat in my lower body, my thighs, my lower back, even like my lower abdominal area, meaning I also probably hold visceral fat a little bit easier than others as well. I will be doing cardio. I will still be doing cardio during this mini cut. It's just a decision that I'm making for myself, and knowing that I'm going to be going into reverse and cutting cardio down while bringing calories back up. I'm not going to miss the chance of making sure that I can burn more fat while adding cardio than if I were to just not do cardio or not do as much cardio during this mini cut and rely solely on calories. So I am doing cardio every day. On leg days, they're not as intense as on upper body days. For cardio on leg days, they're not going to be as extreme. They're not going to be as intense as my upper body days for cardio. And that's just actually a normal thing for me, because I would like to cut out cardio for my legs as much as possible, but at the same time, I'm not ready to do that yet. That is something that I will most likely eliminate during my reverse diet at some point, is taking cardio on leg days out of my routine, just so that it doesn't hinder the muscle building effects for post-training on leg days. But on upper body days, I will be doing probably the Stairmaster, while on leg days, I'll probably do incline treadmill at a moderate speed, while on the Stairmaster, it will be a pretty good speed, like a 7 or something, which is like my typical 7. But now going into some of the things that you may have noticed that I cut out as far as nutrition wise, I did cut out a little bit of artificial sugar. Now, obviously I'm taking the Evogen, I'm taking the Cell Chem, I'm taking the Carnigen. They do have sweeteners in them, but those aren't something that I'm having them every day, but I'm not having them throughout the day, if that makes sense. So the sugars are very minimal, but mainly what I was thinking of in terms of sugar is the energy drinks and the caffeine. I've cut that out which is ironic because, you know, when you want to cut fat, you tend to have a lot more caffeine. And yes, there's caffeine in the supplements. However, I'm not having like energy. I feel like energy drinks have a different effect on me than these supplements, and that might just be like a placebo effect that I'm feeling. But I don't know, I just feel like with the sucralose in energy drinks, I want to eliminate as many factors for bloating as possible. So yesterday I had my last energy drink and it was damn good. I tend to I'm not really big on energy drinks, but I don't know what got into me. I decided to try the Bucked Up energy drinks and they were really good. I think I've tried most of their flavors and I have to say the Sour Bucks is probably the best one and the Gummy Deer is second. Yeah, so that is kind of like my little recap. Also going back to my results, and usually I don't use the Inbody during my luteal phase, but because it was the first day of the cut yesterday, I wanted to just have a starting number. I wanted to have something to look at when it is over and say yay or nay, did this work for me? You know, I am holding water weight right now. I am bloating. My estrogen and progesterone is down, and when my estrogen rises again, I will have less bloating. I will be a little bit more detailed in the way that I look, the way that my muscles are popping, etc. But right now I am a little bit on the softer side, which is why I'm also not so bummed by the numbers on the scale, because in the past when I've been in my luteal phase and I've been on the softer side, I have not felt good. I have felt very fluffy and very unmotivated and a little bit more lethargic. And because I don't this time and I actually do feel pretty tight, I feel like my body is making a lot more changes that I can't see. And so I'm just relying on that and being consistent. Even if I didn't think that my body was making the changes that it needs to, and I know what I'm eating on a daily basis and the cardio that I'm doing, I also know that consistency is very important. And that right now, during this time in my life, I am a little bit more stressed than usual. And so I am keeping that in mind, keeping that into consideration, and that we're all gonna have our ups and downs, our good and bad days, but being consistent, showing up for yourself, and just knowing that it's okay. Just do what you have to do. Some days you're gonna have those bad days. You might eat a little bit more than usual, but get back to it on the next day, or just make sure you're tracking. I know that tracking can be a little bit tiring, especially if you, like myself, are pressed for time in the morning right before work and you do not want to track your breakfast. Just write it down. At least measure it, write it down, and then put it into your tracking calculator when you have time. But it's easier and much better for you to see your progress through your eating habits than just using like your step counters and like other physical fitness measuring metrics, just because these aren't accurate either. These aren't that accurate either. So yeah, that is just my update for June 3rd, 4th, and 5th, first and second days of my mini cut. Hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of this vlog. I know it wasn't too crazy. There wasn't a lot going on. Again, I'm still not filming in the gym yet. I think that's something that I'm going to hold off for until next month until July. But right now I'm just trying to get through my workouts, especially in this deficit. I'm just like, I know eventually I'll get stronger, or it's gonna feel way easier as the fat melts off, as the fat comes off, and it's in this rapid way, I'm hoping. But right now, thinking about the fact that I'm in a deficit while I'm lifting definitely gasses me. Like, it makes me tired a little bit. So yeah, I'm not ready to pause my music during a workout set just to record, because I'm one of those people that needs music. I am not as hardcore as David Goggins. It might seem that way, but I'm really not. I really need my music. Otherwise, I'll cry in the middle of a workout. I really will. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.